Hi, tonight guys I'm going to cook my own recipe called a chicken Dupalon, which is a concoction between a vindaloo, a Ceylon and a dupiazza. You need to begin by heating up your 3 ladles full of base gravy and doing your 2 onions in there and blending it. Keep it on the heat. Okay, so we're going to begin by heating up a chef spoon of ghee and a chef spoon of coconut oil in the high-sided pan. Then we're going to add our whole spices. So we've got some bay leaves, a couple of bay leaves, Cassia, Birdseye Chillies, the cardamom pods and the curry leaves. And we're going to cook those on a medium heat for a minute or so until they start to sizzle. That's to infuse the oil. Okay, so I can smell that coming out, and now I'm going to add my chef spoon of ginger garlic paste. Turn the heat down if you need to, and fry that for no more than about 30 seconds until the sizzling starts to die down. Keep stirring so that it doesn't burn, or you know it's going to taste bitter and game over. So the sizzling is starting to die down now. And when it's died down, I'm going to add a good chef spoon of minced green finger chillies in there. And stir those around for about a minute. So that's died down a little bit, and then you can let that come back up to the heat to start sizzling a bit again. While that's cooking, remind you to please subscribe to Doug's PIR on social media, on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on my website www.dougspir.com. BIR means British Indian Restaurant. Doug's Brew. So as soon as that comes back up to the heat, starts sizzling, I'm going to add the spices. So there's fenugreek, pepper, paprika, chili powder, mixed powder, Madras powder, fenugreek leaves, tandoori masala, turmeric. It's all in the beginning of the video and in the description. So add those and fry those for about a minute. Keep stirring those until you smell those aromas coming out of the spices. Keep stirring. Stir, stir, stir. Scrape, scrape. This is quite a hot curry. Not unbearable. It's got 2 onions as well as the onions in the base gravy, hence the dupiazza part of the ingredients. It's going to have coconut milk in there. You can use coconut powder, hence the Ceylon part with the chilies, and the vindaloo part is going to be the vinegar. You could add a potato in there if you fancy, but originally vindaloo doesn't mean potato, and vinegar means garlic and wine, the Portuguese dish. So I can smell those aromas coming out now, and I don't want that to burn or stick, so I will turn up the heat up because I'm about to add a ladle full of passata. You can use tomato puree diluted to passata consistency. Now, that heat is higher now because there's some fluids in there and it's not going to stick and burn the spices, so I've turned the heat up and we're going to let that cook until potholes start coming, little volcanoes as I always say, for a minute to 2 minutes. Once you've prepared everything, it's quite a quick dish. 10 minutes max really. Smells delicious. Oh yeah. Keep it stirring the sides. That's the benefit of these high walled pans. You can stick some on the sides and caramelise the bits because the heat travels up the sides of the pan. Because we don't have an industrial burner like they do in the restaurants, you get the same effect on the sides of the pan. Just scrape them off and rearrange everything. But you get more confidence in the heat higher up. You get to know the point where things are going to start burning and turning bitter. You can get the feel for things after a while. That's starting to sizzle nicely there. So scrape the sides off and make the way. Let the sides heat up a bit, and then we're going to add a ladle full of our base gravy around the sides so they caramelise on the hot sides of the pan. Stir that in, and you want about 2 minutes for that to caramelise, particularly at the sides. Let it stick for a bit. So with the 2 onions and the base gravy, there's probably about another onion worth in that original base gravy, so about 3 onions altogether. Give that another minute. I'm adding a teaspoon of sea salt now. Scrape those sides off. It's beginning to stick, so scrape the sides off, clean the sides, bring it into the centre, and we're ready to add another ladle of our base gravy in along the sides there. And we're going to repeat that a couple of minutes now. Again, stir that around and bring it back up the sides there for a couple of minutes. Scrape the sides after about a minute again and stir it back. When you feel it start to stick on the bottom too much, then we're going to add the last, that's the big gravy, and repeat that again for another couple of minutes. Just be a bit brave. You know when it's sticking, you can feel it with a spoon. 1 more minute, and then I'll add the rest of the base. Okay, last of the base now. And turn the heat down. Turn the heat down to low now for a minute. Yes, looks good, smells delicious. Now I'm going to add a cupful of coconut milk, which is the Ceylon part of it. You can use coconut powder if you like, or I like the liquid that it gives. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of vinegar, which is the vindaloo part. And finally, the pre-cooked chicken, about a breast or 2 breasts, cooked in the base gravy that was. And finish off, I've got a tomato, quartered, about a quarter of a cup of coriander leaves, and 4 or 5 chillies, depends how hot you want. Put that in, and then cook that for another 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. If your chicken is raw, then you need about quarter of an hour to 20 minutes simmer. What you could do at this point is add some more fenugreek, because it does cook out. So if you add it at the end, you'll have an extra layer of flavour in there. It does have some fenugreek powder in there, but only a quarter to half a spoon of the powder, because it can be a bit bitter. If you want to sweeten that up, add a teaspoon of jaggery or sugar in there to taste if you like. So bring that up to a little simmer, about 5 minutes. And then you're done. My recipe, chicken Dupalon. Hope you enjoy, guys, And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more recipes. Good night.